right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your mind. Often imitated, but never duplicated. It's the gathering of old men podcast. Myself, TT and Mullo, talk into this week's event. You know, man, it's got to be the first week of the season. It's got to be because people. It's got to be the.
Everybody cutting up this week.
It's got to be the algorithm because I ain't never seen this many Bama fans. Because all I need y'all to understand is it's nose by 10. Nose by 10. It's nose by 10 before.
Be careful with by 10 because they gonna win by 10 or they gonna lose by 10.
No, they're gonna win by 10. When I say by 10,
either way,
they're
gonna win by 10. Listen, you got 3 starters missing, and your all-world defensive line. Listen, it ain't gonna be no bombs over Baghdad this weekend. It's gonna be sluggish in Tallahassee.
Man, of course, everybody. Well, the traffic hadn't picked up yet because it's just Thursday. It's just Wednesday. But my site lead at work is a Seminole, and one of my shift counterparts, he's also a Seminole. So we had an all hands meeting, and she was like, "I'm a Swiftie, and the lady that designed her ring graduated from Florida State." And I said, "Don't lose this weekend." So of course the whole room bust out laughing in the middle of the whole leadership meeting. But don't lose this weekend, Seminoles.
Not this weekend. We'll get to that later on in the show. There go Doc. Let me add Doc to the stage. But Dr. Kanisha. Now I've been very, 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 very neutral this week. I've been non-me. And I've been letting things slide, This is the Orange Blossom Classic. This ain't no random middle of the season. This is the Orange Blossom Classic. Ain't no rattler soup. It's bison burgers and bison ribs. I'm sorry. We down south. It's curry bison ribs and curry bison hamburgers. It's a shame she ain't gonna be there. But I ain't start this. I don't never start it. I don't never start. What? My bad, Doc. I thought I had added you to the stage. My bad. But it's up. This up week. I don't know what's going on in Texas. But it's up. Coaches talking to each other crazy. I thought it was one exchange. I just thought it was one. Oh no. They done went back and forth. No.
Hey,
them coaches don't need to meet at center field after this game. Just send them to the locker room when it's over.
Hey, Jamal. Coach Jackson sitting like this at the press conference like this, like
just like that.
Yeah, and it's okay. I get what he's saying about professionalism. I understand all of that. I get all of that, right? I understand all of that. But if we being fair, right? And I don't get me wrong, I like Coach Jackson. I like Coach Disman. I ain't taking no sides. But Coach Jackson came into the conference with a bazooka. And at some point, you ain't going to just keep shooting at the conference. And whether he was specifically shooting at one coach or not is irrelevant. You were shooting at the conference. My daddy used to call it air calls. So if you walk into the bar and you say, ain't nobody better than me, as my daddy would say, you air calling. So whoever step up,
whoop their ass in you.
and whoever step up, that's who you got to deal with. Coach Disman just happened to step up, and I have never known Coach Disman to issue out one-liners like he's been issuing out the last 2 days.
That
man
been issuing out. That man been issuing out newspapers on their ass.
If I didn't know this was a rivalry, I know it now.
Thanks.
Oh my God!
I mean, but they're a little lopsided though, ain't it?
Yeah,
because
Texas Southern has the advantage, and you gotta understand they had the advantage because of them. 10 years of getting your ass whooped.
That'll do it to you.
Yeah. That'll do it to you.
So, I mean, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Like, this is what I love about the SWAC. This is what I love about the SWAC. Like, the MEAC is nice. Don't get me wrong. They're very wine and cheese. They're very Martha's Vineyard. Hey, Howard, make sure your Poconos 5,000 or your Poconos 10,000 make it down to Miami.
I was about to say, wait a minute. Deshaun Jackson showed up. He's in Africa.
I mean, I don't see. You're gonna make me say mean stuff about Delaware State. I mean, I don't know anybody. I'm sorry. I just recently
I didn't say mean stuff about Delaware State. I'm just saying.
I don't know what their fan base is, but I know how it is. I know NCCU say, they ain't about all that pomp and circumstance. They just show up and play football. Make sure you bring your eyebrow to Tallahassee. So it's a very demure conference, if you will. Where the SWAC is what I'm used to. The SWAC is very South St. Pete-ish. It's very it's Bougetto. It is the epitome of Bougetto. The epitome of Bougetto. Because don't get me wrong, I tell everybody, I grew up in South St. Pete, but there's two parts of South St. Pete. It's deep South St. Pete, where you buy the water, where the people with the money is, and then it's the other South St. Pete. And you get a mixture of all that. So when people go to South St. Pete, you can get crabs at the corner store, or you can get $10 million house. It just depends on what part of the South St. Pete you're in. That's the SWAC.
Damn good Cuban sandwich on either side, though.
Exactly. That's the SWAC. It's just the SWAC. So this week, Texas decided they wanted to be front and center, and they was going well until Dr. Kanisha wanted to post that little video. But I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let it ride. I'm gonna be the better person. But so we got some other games this week.
Troy, when have you ever been the better person? Like
that's what I'm about to say.
We're not even about to just scroll past that. When have you,
I knew y'all was gonna say something.
Like what? Like no.
I don't.
At some point, that Troy gonna admit to himself that he is a villain, and then the Gavin the Old Man podcast will reach the stratosphere.
Damn.
Until then.
I feel like I have been better this year. I feel we also ain't got to November, so I want to make sure.
Wait a minute. Football season ain't even 30 seconds old. What are you talking about?
I'm about to say we only had one game this past week.
That wasn't even a full game. That we had 18 minutes of really good football.
I have been on my best behavior. I ain't cuss no surfing elephants out. I ain't said nothing too slick to Cookman, because they got a little basketball team, and now they acting all indignant. I ain't said nothing to nobody. I ain't said nothing to them people in Coral Gables about their stadium that they ain't never built. I ain't say nothing.
You said that the other day on my show. What you talking about?
Oh wait, I did say something about they still was on there.
You said it 2 weeks.
It ain't my fault. It is not my fault. I was just telling the truth that they practice field and Bethune-Cookman practice field at the same time.
To give yourself a pat on the back. You trying to give himself a pat on the back because he went on Wildcats talk space the other day and didn't say nothing crazy. That's why he talking about. I ain't being that bad. I ain't. Come here.
Let me tell you how. Let me tell you how God works.
Yeah, this is my youngest niece.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey.
All right.
Good.
All right.
See, we love the kids on this podcast. I want to be clear.
Around the corner trying to see what I'm doing.
I want to be clear. I went on that Spaces, and I said they have the ability to win 5 games. And let me tell you how God don't like ugly. The very next day, they pick up 3 pieces to their basketball team. And see, this what happened. God don't like ugly. So I said something nice, and that happened. Don't expect much no more.
I don't think they're going to win against Edward Waters.
No, he talking about the basketball team.
No, the basketball team. I said something nice about the football team, and then something good happened to their basketball team. See, that's God.
They got a full set of helmet and shit.
But I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. But anyway, so we got some games.
They got their new president out of the ass cracker Iowa yet.
I think he been at some events on campus, and they talking real big about ESPN is going to Daytona during Classic Week when ain't nobody gonna be there.
Who fucking idea was that?
Somebody's.
Whose idea?
My opinion. Y'all don't want to hear my opinion.
I mean, this is your show.
I'm just listen. I know for a fact ESPN don't want no parts of Tallahassee because of that little lawsuit.
They've been there already.
ESPN should be in Tallahassee this weekend.
Yeah, I'm coming. 1 second, y'all. The Sunshine Scooter should have his last show at Florida State. But we ain't gonna do that.
Columbus, Ohio, right?
Yeah. And listen, there is no Sunshine Scooter without Florida State. Point blank, period. But
then first week comes at Ohio State.
That's all wonderful. Him jumping onto the college scene as a player and a coach happened at Florida State. That's all I'm saying. That it is the utmost disrespect not to have that man in his career at a show at Florida State. But I'm gonna let that go. It's a big game, big slate on the weekend. We're gonna start right off the bat with that big slate at the big house. Texas and Ohio State. I like Texas by 2 touchdowns.
Not the big house.
I was just.
I'm sorry, my bad. The horseshoe. My bad. The horseshoe.
Well, you trying to piss
I like
a lot
Texas.
of people off.
You about to piss a whole bunch of people off.
A whole fan base. Every Buckeye fan just stop following the channel because
you know what? I was already
the big house. You could have called it Death Valley. You could have called it literally anything else.
You know what? Matter of fact, I was just getting into it earlier with Chuck because for some reason, well, we'll talk about that another time. But I like Texas by 2 touchdowns, not just because of the quarterback situation. Ohio State started a new quarterback. I know they got an all-world wide receiver, but Texas should be able to run the ball. So I think Texas win by 2 touchdowns.
By 2 touchdowns?
By 2 touchdowns.
I think it'll be
the last time Texas won in Ohio State, it wasn't even a blowout. It was close. Wasn't that the Lyman Swede touchdown from Vince Young?
I think so.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
I feel like they've been there since then.
No, we haven't.
That was it 2006?
Yep. 2005.
2005, yeah.
A long time ago.
Boy, y'all started the season. That was, oh my God, that was the national championship season right there.
Mm-hmm.
They had a run. They did have a run. They absolutely had a run. So I feel like we're gonna get the best Sark we have seen in a very long time. He got his woman back. He got a quarterback that has. He got his woman back. But let me tell you about that spin the block. That spin the block series.
That man never left the block. He turned on his car and pulled to the edge of the driveway. It was like, wait.
What the fuck am I doing?
Let me just go back in this house real quick.
So, but I don't want to give an SEC team this much love, but I think they are the best SEC team, period.
It's going to be up to them, though. And I know it's going to be up to Texas. Texas really can do what they want in the SEC right now.
Mm-hmm.
They return all of their players for the most part. I kind of like his approach to the transfer portal, but I don't. So he's retaining a lot of talent where a lot of schools isn't.
Yeah.
So let's see what they do.
TP real quiet. I'm not sure why TP real quiet.
Let me tell you something. This game, it means a lot, but it don't mean a lot. For one, Ohio State was scared to play it at night. You already showed that y'all pussy. I don't care. Because we could have had a night game. It should have been a prime time. Y'all the defending champion. You going against a team that made it to the quarterfinals or semifinals. We would have been in there to play them. But we got knocked out. You know what I mean? They beat us. This is a rematch. Y'all ended our season. Why would we not want to have this as a prime time, the game of the week? This should have been Lee Corso. He could put on his Buckeye hat. I don't give a fuck. We should have been at night. Let's get it cracking. Prime time game. That's what I feel. So they already showed me. But to the other point, when we have played quarterbacks that didn't necessarily have the experience you would want them to have, they struggled. This is a freshman quarterback or a brand new quarterback, new system, new team. The backfield is new. I get it. Donaldson a big dude, but we got big guys at linebacker. Anthony Hill Jr. is the best linebacker in the country. Colin Simmons and Trey Moore are two of the top 5 pass rushers in college football. Malik Muhammad, top 3 corner in college football.
Straight out of South Oak Cliff.
And I get it. They got more than one receiver. I completely understand. But we got other guys too. This is a retool and replace type system that we have built in Texas. Pipeline. We might get some transfer guys, but we also like to build in-house. Michael Tabb been there for a couple of years. That's a lot of experience back there at safety. A lot of people, they like to sleep on Michael Tabb. And I understand he's an undersized white guy playing safety, but let me tell you something. That boy got heart. He know how to find that ball. So at the end of the day, we got football players, no matter what they look like. And they're going to come ready to play, and it's, morning, noon, or night. So they got us first thing in the morning. Hey, let's get it popping.
That is crazy. That is crazy to start the game off at 11 o'clock in the morning, bro.
Yeah, it's the early game. Well, it'd be noon their time. They on Eastern time in Ohio, so it'll be noon their time. But you know, you look at it like this: the winner and loser of this game, it's on Fox, not Ohio State. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you
So
clearing that up. I've been blaming Ohio State for the past 2 weeks.
You gonna still blame them anyway?
Probably, but look, the winners and losers of this game still have an entire season to play. This game does not dictate the season unless you just fall flat. You cannot eat for either side. You cannot afford to come out and lay an egg because that's gonna have you feeling like you got to get back to the drawing board. And when you're supposed to have things hashed out over the summer, the worst thing you can do is come out and get your pants pulled down. For Sarkisian, this is Arch Manning's first year as the starter. Arch Manning is supposed to be the next coming, greatest college football quarterback ever seen, or biggest hype since Cam Newton. So the hype is there. We saw some of the talent last year, but can he manage a big game? These are the questions. Because like as much as we like to say in Texas that we're going against an inexperienced quarterback, so is Ohio State. Caleb Downs is the best safety in college football. And if Arch Manning don't know where he at when he get ready to sling that ball deep, number 2 will break your heart. I've seen him do it a lot of times. We got to remain humble, but we also understand that we are the better team. Regardless of everything else, we still got to remain humble and play with confidence. Play together, and you go out there and you execute. Success is when execution meets preparation. So if we don't go out there ready to play football and we done squandered away the summer, it's going to show. But if the work has been put in, which I know it has, then we should come out firing on all cylinders. I just hope Sarkisian don't get away from the run game if it ain't working early, because I know Ohio State like to stack the box. They like to stack the box and they leave Caleb down single high, and we have to break them out of that. You're gonna have to drop 2 safeties deep if you want to beat us, because we ain't going deep. So I don't know. I'm ready for it though. I'm ready.
So one of the other early games this week, I'll make sure I get to everybody's games. But another one of the early games this week. Alcorn plays this Thursday night, correct?
Yeah, they play tomorrow night.
Yeah, Alcorn plays. Is it Northwestern? Yeah, Northwestern State. At 8:30 on ESPN Plus. I don't know how good Northwestern State is. I honestly don't know how good Alcorn is going to be. I don't. I don't think. I think they're a middle of the pack team in the pack in the SWAC, but I don't know what this game is going to look like. I don't. They can win by 3 or lose by 5. I just honestly don't know.
I got them. Well, Northwestern State has been really on the downside ever since 2 years ago when they abruptly canceled their season in the middle of the season because one of the players got killed, and the team decided to not play the rest of the season and stuff like that. But I feel like they haven't been able to bounce back. Now, they had some close games last season, especially against Prairie View last season. They did play Prairie View last year, and Prairie View went out with a 3-point victory, but Most of it because they stayed in that game because Prairie View was at that time was undisciplined. So hopefully all Corn could do is make sure you run the ball. That's for one. Like Jacory Sewell should have at least 150 yards in this game running the ball. Two, you play sound defense. So Tamarian Edwards is going to be the anchor of that. He's got to be the anchor of the defense. He got to be the leader of the defense. And then 3 is making sure Jalen Scroggins, because he is going to be the starting quarterback, limit the turnovers. Get your ball to your playmakers, limit turnovers. You follow those 3, then you should have a recipe for success against Northwestern State. If not, then you'll have a very long game tomorrow night in Natchitoches, because they start out on the road.
All right. So for everybody that has been with the podcast, Sam Akim from the Grizz, way up in Canada Junior. Man, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I'm gonna get right to it because immediately after the game, I need to hear the breakdown. Absolutely need to hear the breakdown. UIW goes down like good gas. And it was ugly. It was. I love to pretend that I don't know ball. This game was so bad, I was asking ball knower questions. Do we not work on blitz pickup? Do we not work on the hot read? Why are you throwing in the double coverage on the hot read? Take the sack instead of throwing the ball in the double. Like, what did you see?
Man, I saw very inconsistent quarterback play. And honestly, when I went back and watched the game, I wanted to say like it was a bad game all around. But, I mean, the defense played really good. They only gave up 20 points. And when you go back and look at this game, they had a strong chance to win this game. I posted a short video yesterday breaking down the 3 plays that I really thought lost them the game. And I think it comes down to when it's 13-6, there's about 9 minutes to go in the game. They have a chance to score. They end up scoring. There's a holding penalty on their number 1 receiver, Jalen Walthall, calls that brings the play back. The immediate next play, the quarterback throws the ball into double coverage. He's targeting a corner route, but it ends up being quarters. I don't think he read it right. They also had a free rusher off the edge. So, I mean, the 3 interceptions, I mean, when you look at this game, I got the stats pulled up. They lost the fumble, and then the quarterback threw 3 interceptions. 4 turnovers against mediocre competition. You can't win a game with 4 turnovers. Against good competition, and to be fair I don't think Nichols is that good. I mean, after watching this game, I don't think Nichols is one of the top 20, top 25 teams in the country. I mean, they look good, but I mean, Incarnate Word kicked the ball around the whole entire game. I'm sitting there trying to figure out this is a team that was ranked number 5 in the FCS preseason poll. And I mean, this is what makes people not trust the preseason polls, is when a team goes out there, is expected to be one of the top teams in the country, and then all of a sudden you're watching it, you're like, go ahead.
They lay a goose egg.
Go goose egg, man. What are we doing? I mean, now obviously Zach Calzada, who just got named the starter at Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken, former Texas A&M quarterback, spent a couple years at Incarnate Word, took them to the playoffs back-to-back years. I'm sure he was an all-conference guy. He was a really, really good quarterback. So replacing a good quarterback is hard, and I think that's really what we found out this year. Is like Sam Herder posted something along the lines of, this is what FCS football is. This is what quarterback play is. You can talk about what these guys have done at their previous spots. You can talk about what they are, you expect them to do, but it's different when you got to read the coverage, when you got to ID blitzes, when you got to know where the protection is going, when you got to know where, just like you're saying, throw the hot read instead of trying to throw the ball down the field, check it down. Sometimes you got to throw it out of bounds. And I just think, their quarterback really, really hurt them, man. 23 for 35, 175 yards, 3 touchdowns. 3 interceptions, not 3 touchdowns. But 3 interceptions. And then also when you look at it, and Nichols was all over them the whole entire game in terms of getting to the quarterback. And then they only rushed for 16 yards. When you really take away the negatives in terms of sacks away from that, Richard Torres had minus 45 yards. That's basically all sacks. They really only rushed for like 70 yards. So when you do the net rush yardage, I think they actually rushed for maybe a couple more yards than Nichols. But, I mean, it was an ugly game all around for both teams. I think Incarnate Word just absolutely could not get anything going offensively.
Yeah, that was – I watched that entire game and was in utter shock. And if that carries on through the season, they might want to run the wishbone.
Well, they couldn't even run the ball. I don't know if that will work either.
You think putting more backs in the backfield gonna help them run the ball?
Come on.
Listen. Anything to keep that defense off the field, because it was ugly. It was absolutely ugly. So that was the game that jumped out. There were some other FCS games. The UNLV game. If UNLV would have lost that game, well, no, it doesn't matter. Every boot skiing in America feel vindicated that they got rid of that coach after he said he ain't got to work 40 hours a week to recruit.
The UNLV
yeah. Dan Mullen. Oh, yeah, he was the head coach at the University of Florida. Florida will fire you. They don't
Mississippi State.
Honestly, on that UNLV game, they should have lost that game. They should have lost that game. When you look at the quarterback, I posted a video on the quarterback too. This guy, the Idaho State quarterback, this boy is talented. 30 for 50, 380 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions though. I mean, this guy has probably the most talent from the quarterback position in all of Big Sky, in the whole Big Sky Conference. Probably one of the tops in the FCS in terms of arm talent and just fit. Like, he looks like your prototypical pocket passer. He's like 6'4", 6'5", amazing arm, can put the ball where he wants, but he just makes some decisions sometimes where it's like, why? And then their starting quarterback threw 3 interceptions. Their backup quarterback comes in the red zone. I don't know why the hell he was in the game, threw an interception as well. So, I mean, when you really look at this game, UNLV should be thanking God that they won this game, because Idaho State lost this game. UNLV did not win this game, in my opinion, in my professional opinion.
That's just the truth. That's just the truth of it. And we have to acknowledge UNLV has signaled to the entire world, we don't have the athletic budget that these other schools have. They very publicly reneged.
They show like the pump fake on the internet with their facilities like they do though.
Oh, absolutely.
Dan Mullins really quick. He was at Florida for I think 3 seasons. Had a really good first season because he did not recruit the team. Once he had to recruit replacements.
How often do we see that in college football though? All the time. But
it's like Troy just said, Florida will fire you quick. Like we talk about how fast Florida State got rid of Willie. He probably would be going at the game too in games.
Well, he was the same. When you really think about it, he was the same way when he was at Mississippi State. Because remember, he had a couple of years with Dak Prescott as a QB, and then once Dak came into the NFL, he had another QB, which I mean, he was good, but
it's like Will something or something like that.
Yeah. So, but it didn't pan out to the season that he had with Dak, and so the people in Starkville said, "No, we can't do that." And especially now, you can't lose. And also, you can't lose the old Piss.
Will Rogers, that's him. Will Rogers.
Yeah, you can't lose the old Piss like 3 years in a row. Not in Starkville. Not in Starkville.
But it's the same thing in Gainesville. You got like 2 losses to Tallahassee, and they gonna start looking at you crazy. And them 2 can't be back to back. Like you lose back to back, you out of there after year 3.
Oh yeah. We'll pay you whatever you got to do. Just get the hell out.
Get out. Exactly.
So there is a FCS, or there's a Townsend Norfolk State game. I need people to understand a few things. Mike Vick just got there. Y'all are placing a whole bunch of expectations on Mike Vick.
He should have known that. He should have known that was coming.
I think he does though.
He does. But
let me ask, who has more pressure on them, Michael Vick or Deshaun Jackson?
Michael Vick.
Mike Vick.
When is
it's unanimous.
Relevant like that?
No.
No.
You know what?
They didn't do a great job of recruiting either. They actually lost a lot of talent.
Troy said something earlier in the show, and I've been sitting here thinking about it. He said, I don't know Delaware State's fan base. And I say to that, I don't either. We were in the MEAC with them. I do not know them people.
They're D1, right?
Yeah, they in the MEAC.
Yeah.
Well, they FCS. They in the MEAC.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I don't know about them.
This is what I do know. Of their recruits that were very public, it was a lot of skill position.
Yep.
But they lost a quarterback that when they played last year at Hawaii was the best player on the field.
Oh, they play tomorrow. They play Delaware tomorrow. Delaware State.
Yeah, they play Delaware State tomorrow. It's gonna get ugly. Early.
I will hope
early.
I'm gonna hope Delaware State ate their Wheaties and took conditioning seriously.
I would probably think they would, man. I mean, but you gotta really think about this, because this rivalry has not been like even by far between
Norfolk and
Delaware State. Yeah. And now since Delaware is in the FBS.
Yeah, Conference USA.
Mm-hmm. That's an uphill battle to climb. But I think Norfolk has a chance they have a puncher's chance to get with Towson. Like, seriously.
They play later on in the season, Delaware State and Norfolk.
They're them in later in the season in Philadelphia. But I think Norfolk has the between Norfolk and Delaware State, I think Norfolk has the better team put together than Delaware State.
Norfolk also has the better support coaching staff than Delaware State.
Yeah.
We said it on this show. Mike Vick, he has a lot of pressure. He recognized it, and he also went out and surrounded himself with coaches that had what he didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Deshaun Jackson did that. I'm trying to think of any other. Let me look him up before I lie.
Why did he take that job in the first place?
Because Michael Vick took the job at Norfolk State.
I'm trying to figure out.
And I think that
honestly, I'm blaming Prime at Jackson State for this one.
And really, if you think about it, they needed a charge because they had Lee Ho for 2 years, and I feel like they felt like they didn't have the energy to be relevant in the MEAC.
Man, you being politically correct. The talent that they had, they had on that team last year.
Football season. Say what you're gonna say.
The talent they had on that football team last year should have performed way better than what they did.
At Delaware or Norfolk?
Delaware State.
Norfolk. I'm talking about Norfolk.
Norfolk State. Yeah. Under Dawson Otis, they underachieved big time. They underachieved big time. They lost, and here's the thing: they lost to their rival, which is a Division II school in Virginia State.
Yep.
They were 4-8 last year. Sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
It says that you said Norfolk beat Virginia last year.
Oh, they did beat. Okay, I thought they lost to them.
They won 28-3.
It's one of the schools.
No. They lost. I think was it Citadel. They lost to somebody.
They lost to
somebody. They had a.
Did they lose to Hampton?
Yeah, they lost to North Carolina Central. They lost to Towson. They lost to Morgan State. That's the D2 you're probably thinking of, Morgan State.
No, Morgan.
D1.
They're D1?
Morgan State.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost 38-37.
Hold on, Banks. It wasn't me, Banks. It was not me, Banks. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Morgan is the D2 school. I'm gonna call it. Just like that.
Hey, tell Banks to come on the show, man. That'll be a good time.
I am. I'm gonna get Banks on the show. Ooh, man, but again, it's so. Let me ask this question, because I looked at the slate. No monster games jumped at me for FCS. Is there an FCS game you looking at this week?
Yes, Sac State versus South Dakota State. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with FCS football this year, like with the offseason and everything. But as you guys know, if you guys have seen any type of D1 news, Sac State has been trying to get FBS very, very bad.
Yep.
The president has been very, very loud about trying to get FBS. Their president went as far to say that Sac State is virtually playing JV football right now. As he's
he said that
on their way out. He says that FCS is basically JV football, which everybody gets.
He said that, but I will bet you the last $100 I got Sac State not beating North Dakota State nor South Dakota State.
Hey, we're gonna find out this weekend. But he said that, and everybody kind of understands what he's saying. Is like it's not varsity, it's not D1, it's not D1A, it's D1AA. We get that, but like you guys have never been successful at D1AA. You guys have never been successful at JV. So what the hell are you talking about? What do you know about being successful at the JV level? So for him to say that, their waiver got denied, and then he's being loud. He went back and forth with the South Dakota AD. I wish South Dakota and Sac State were playing this year, but they play South Dakota State, which has won 2 national championships in 2022. Zach McKinnell knows. We talked about it as well. 2022 and 2023. I mean, you got to show us. You got to show us. You got to show us.
Exactly.
Highly doubtful that they win this weekend. If they do, Luke Wood can talk all the shit he wants if they win this weekend, but that's a strong if. But there is no bigger game that you should have your eyes on at the FCS level this week than South Dakota State and Sac State. All because of what Dr. Luke Wood said. Now, it would still be a big game. Brennan Marion's there coming from UNLV, the go-go offense. I mean, all the recruits, they've done the best job of anybody in the country recruiting this offseason. But the only reason I want to see that game is to see if Dr. Luke Wood and the Sac State Hornets are exactly what they said they were. Because
they not.
I got another reason why I want to see this game. In the midst of the Florida State turmoil and trying to find new staff and all of that, Sac State head coach was in the running for offensive coordinator.
Where at?
And Florida State. And had everybody in No Nation trying to figure out what this go-go offense was. People looking back as far as his time at Howard, when he was at Howard as the offensive coordinator. We was looking everywhere, like, what is this offense? So eventually, it didn't work out because, well, y'all know how I feel about the head coach. It still knows by 10, but y'all know how I feel about the head coach. So they had to get some senior offensive minds there and some senior defensive minds. So that's why he didn't get the job. But if he's successful this season, he might be able to write his own ticket.
Hey,
he might be able to write his own ticket. Now, Luke Woods is doing everything to build that program up. He's running his mouth too.
He's working.
And so he building that program up. And if they arrive and actually do something, it's going to be impressive. But if this team fall flat, you cannot play.
It was 9 last year.
Didn't Sacramento State's quarterback transfer to Delaware State?
Jaden Rashada.
Yeah.
He transferred to Delaware State? Rashada did?
No, it's
No. There was another one.
Cardell Williams?
Wait. Jalen Rashada is at Sac State.
Yes. Was he at Florida State? He was at Georgia, right?
No. So this is what happened.
Jaden
He had an NIL deal with Florida. Florida couldn't afford what they promised, so he committed to Georgia.
Whatever happened to that?
I think it got tossed.
Yeah.
You know what, Zach? Zach, did you stub your toe today? I think you need to stub your toe. That's what I think you need to do. It's nose by 10. It's nose by 10.
Hey, Zach coming in hot, boy.
Hey.
Yeah.
See,
They got Jaden Rashada, and they posted their 2 deep this week, and it said Jaden Rashada or Cardell Williams, the Tulsa transfer. And I honestly think that's by design. I think Jaden Rashada is probably more of the pocket passer. I think Cardell Williams brings a running aspect. And if you know anything about that go-go offense, a lot of triple option, a lot of eye candy in the backfield, a lot of misdirection. So I feel like Cardell Williams brings that running aspect to that offense, but then Jaden Rashada can stand in the pocket and pass it because the go-go offense is really made up of obviously it's got a lot to it, but like the triple option downfield running game, a lot of eye candy misdirection, but then the other piece is the downfield passing game. And I think Jaden Rashada will bring that downfield passing game to it. That's just my assessment. Obviously, we'll see on Saturday, but I think that's why they have the Jaden Rashada or Cardell Williams down.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I have never in my life been a fan of a 2-quarterback system.
Hey,
never.
There you go.
Never.
Go watch
It does not work on any level.
It doesn't.
It does not because we have to look at more than what the quarterback does after the ball is snapped. I'm talking about the preparation, the leadership, the intuitiveness to get you in the right play. Because when you have a quarterback who only has one skill set, the defense knows what that skill set is. So they're prepared for that. So that eliminates this element of surprise that you will have from your offense. Because if I bring in this quarterback that I know can't throw, I'm going to stack the box.
Think about the fact that this quarterback also has to look over his shoulder.
Right.
If I mess up, I'm going to get taken out of the game.
Exactly.
Do you really get to get in a flow and like get into a groove with your offense if every other series or whatever you got somebody else back there with different tendencies? Like, I think we all on this show played sports at some point in our lives, and like you thrive when you have that maturity and that growth and that continuity together. So you disturb your own continuity by just throwing quarterbacks in there every time you feel, or every time you think it makes sense.
I'll give you an example. This is like me in adulthood, right? Because I played flag football for the Air Force. This is we were in Korea. We're up there. We have been using 2 quarterbacks, and I love both of them. You know what I mean? Those my guys. They both were leaders in their own right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They both were. Before we merged the teams, they were the leaders of each of their teams. But this was the base team, so we're all going together. But we're bringing the 2 best quarterbacks, and they both want to play. You know, it's like, okay, one is a better runner, one is a better thrower. They both can run, they both can throw, right? So it's not to the point where one was a pocket passer and one was just a scrambler. They both had skill sets of both. But long story short, we get in a situation where we have to come from behind. We're down 2 touchdowns. We on the road. Quarterback A leads us down the field. We score. We back on defense. I end up getting a sack to force the 3 and out. They try to punt it. We got about 47 seconds left. The other quarterback comes in the game.
He's the runner,
And
huh?
who's the runner? No. Yeah. This is the runner. This is the runner. This is the guy that's he's taking off. He was a cap, so like we got enlisted and officers on the same team, and he was a captain. So you know how if you understand military, you know that officers they up here, then enlisted we down here. So he's the captain. He's the only officer on the team actually. So we get down to the red zone, and it's third down. We still have a timeout. 12 seconds on the clock. We on like the 4-yard line. I said, bro, I'm playing right tackle. I say, just get behind me. I've been bullying this dude all game. He was bigger than me, but I've giving him work. I say, get behind me. We just gonna push it in. They won't be able to get your flag. I'm telling you, just get behind me. He said, no, we can do that on 4th down. I was like, bro, we still have a timeout. And like we had just called timeout. So like we're talking, and I'm saying, hey, just get behind me, and I'm gonna get us in the end zone. We trying to get this win. He say, no, I got it. The runner doesn't want to run. Drops back, throws the interception. Game over.
Got too much dip on your chip.
Right.
That's not what you do. That's not what you do.
I stayed on the goal line for about 15 minutes because this was the championship game too. This wasn't just a regular game because it was a weekend tournament. So we started Saturday morning 7 a.m. We had to get on the bus after work Friday, get down to Osan, which is about 3.5 hours. You know what I mean? Everybody would go out and drink. You know, we like that's what we do at my base. We drank until 2-3 in the morning. That's just what we do. Up there, they're a little bit more civilized. So we out at they bars, kicking it till curfew, and some beyond that.
You got to join that 40U league.
So Saturday morning, tell me why like 7 of our people late because they
everybody hung over.
That 40U league calling your name.
But look, we get in there, we run through the tournament. All the Army teams, we whooping ass. So we finally get to the championship game, which is now Sunday evening. So we done played for a whole day, a whole day and a half.
Yep.
And for it to end like that, because we wanted to run with 2 quarterbacks and not have an actual leader. If the other guy would have been in the game, I have no doubt in my mind that we would have won that. I have no doubt.
Oh man! So hold on, let's get this out of the way, Sam. You playing in the Thunder 9 and Under League?
Man, he gonna tell. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, I just thought about it. He just said a 40 is up. I ain't 40 yet.
Oh, it's 40 up.
No, that's what you said. You said a 40U.
40U, yeah, 40 and under.
Oh, 40 and under. Okay, my bad.
I'm not
man, it don't matter. They got 37 and under leagues with 60-year-old people playing. They just out there playing.
Them dudes be out there dropping their heads and shoulders like they don't have to be on the track.
They ain't gotta go work the next morning to make
like,
the
man,
money.
You somebody daddy, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, Zach.
You got a house full of kids and you 37 and hadn't had a physical in forever, and you out there trying to run a kickoff back. What are you doing?
I feel like if I played in a 39U league, it would be unfair.
Sam, you cooking?
Nobody.
That's them.
Nobody.
That's them young legs. That's them young legs. Give him 10. Give him 10 more years. He ain't finna do that.
I'm
he ain't finna do that. Listen.
Hey, you throwing the ball. Hey, just throw it up. Just throw it up.
You trying to ruin somebody already bad knee? Like that's just disrespect.
They're not gonna be able to.
The knees already
fighting up in here.
Knees already shot, and here comes Sam with his young legs.
Oh man! All right, so getting back to this.
So how do you think I played? I'm physical. I
Lord
don't
have
care.
mercy.
Flags or no
Listen.
flags, you getting hit. Hey, look, man. Because I play DN and right tackle.
Oh yeah.
I'm hitting somebody. Every play, somebody getting hit. I don't give a fuck. I am hitting.
Lord have mercy. Listen, if I don't need to talk about that. Them days is over. So other games on the schedule. So there's let me ask this question.
Hey yo,
And I know
Mike, come on now, Mike. Come on, Mike. This man said Amazon gives.
Hey, they do. You show up and work one day. They absolutely do. You are covered by insurance the very first day you show up to work.
Oh man.
Hey, and MEAC Mike, I am a veteran with 100% VA disability. I can go out there and play all I want because I shit is permanent and total, which means they can never take it.
Miss TP, because I know you watching. I ain't have
But
nothing to do with that.
Even we did not encourage this food.
Nah, she already know. I step on the football field. I'm probably not walking back off. Just how I play, because I'm coming full speed every play. Like I get hurt every time I go out there because I'm going to give it my all. If I don't get hurt on the field, I probably wasn't trying hard enough.
Man, my old teammates called me about playing in an adult basketball league. I said, maybe. They're like, man, come to the courts. We think you still got it. I pulled up for one jump shot playing half court and said, no, I don't.
For real.
Hey.
But Ham got
Boy, these leagues are shot. What are you talking about?
Ooh, my knee.
Exactly. I'm talking about I pulled up, like I couldn't even land on both feet. You know, you have to like kick one leg out and like bring yourself down slowly. It was just I was like, yeah, nah. No.
Man.
I'll coach. I got
nasty work.
I'm not there yet.
Well,
that is actually nasty work.
All right, so we got a big game on the schedule. And I didn't think it was a big game at first. I just thought it was just going to be an average game until the weather changed in Jackson, Mississippi. I had expected it to be muggy and nasty, mosquitoes, all that. It's going to be 83 degrees.
Mosquitoes still going to be out.
It's going to be a fair fight.
It's been a cold front come across the whole United States. Everybody got some rain.
Hold up, because you got to understand this. 83 degrees in Mississippi can also be 85% humidity outside too. So that 83 degrees can actually feel like it's 93 degrees outside and you in sweating heat. So it is totally different being in Jackson with that weather, and especially if you got a good breeze coming off a humid breeze coming off of the Gulf, which is ain't no but like an hour and a half from each other. So it's totally different.
And who y'all playing this weekend up?
The Fighting Dannies.
The Pirates.
I know she's doing a volleyball game.
She gonna pop up any minute.
I'm still trying to figure out how the hell what kind of goddamn night did she had the last time we was on the show?
That's why I ain't saying nothing about it. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Everybody was taller than her.
You on your own. She had two of them. She had two of them. You on your own, buddy.
Yeah, he can, Mike. He absolutely can.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything bad about Isaiah Freeman. He can actually spin the rock. So for Hampton, like coming from a Lincoln, Pennsylvania, like he can actually throw the ball. completed most of like 60% of his passes when he was at Lincoln. Don't get me wrong. We looked at it. I was talking to Ken Clark. Shout out to KC 1400. We looked at their roster. I mean, they got a pretty decent roster that they went into that transfer portal and got some players out at that transfer portal.
This the listening to the coach. This is, I think, his first year where he had the pieces that he wanted to run his system. I think he wanted to be balanced on offense. He got a quarterback that allows him to be balanced on offense, and defensively, they should be better defensively. I think I had them winning like 3-4 games in CAA. So a little bit better than what I had A&T winning, but I had them winning about 3-4 games in the CAA. So then the Red Tails Classic, Winston-Salem State and Tuskegee. I don't know. To be honest with you, I really don't know who's going to win that game.
I'm going with Tuskegee.
I'm gonna have to go with Winston-Salem. They had a pretty good season last year. In the CIAA, they was 7-3. They could have been easily 8-2 or 9-1. One of those games, they lost by 2 points to North Carolina A&T.
Mike, the only reason why Isaiah on Southern wouldn't be a formidable team is because of the offensive coordinator.
What are we doing? Hold on, time out. Since we derailing the podcast.
I didn't derail it. He started it.
I ain't even talk. I'm not talking about him. I'm not even talking about him. It's that other comment. Mick been on the show, y'all. Mick, I realize that the stadium gonna be torn up, but we are out of the beef right now. We watching the beef. We at the beef. we outside that beef. Because that beef, that ain't my beef though. That's somebody else's beef. I ain't even trying to be in that beef. Listen. Matter of fact, I was on Doc's show one night.
That was Saturday night.
Saturday night. What should have been a good hour and a half, 2-hour show ended up being 2 hours and 35 minutes because PV versus everybody, Mr. Lionel Mosey. Oh man. Yeah. That I don't know what's going on with PV right now, but whatever gripes they had against the whole SWAC, they letting it be known that they have a gripe against the whole SWAC.
They did that last year with them PV versus everybody t-shirts. I'm not saying it as a bad thing.
I ain't saying that. I know. I'm just saying.
Because, hey, y'all know how I feel about it. If you don't hype your own institution up, you can't look for nobody else to do it. If you ask me, fan, we can go play the Jets tomorrow and we gonna win.
PV, you ain't leave it up there long enough. I couldn't read it, Troy. Leave it.
My bad.
PV is gonna have storms when they play TSU Saturday. Field gonna be tore up because Sam Houston State using the timeshare stadium first.
Oh shit!
He called it a timeshare stadium.
I call it a gas station.
So I'm gonna say that about Miami next week. Watch this, y'all.
Hey,
gas station right there.
Hey, a lot of these stadiums, right? They are used for multiple events. A lot of stadiums in Houston and Texas are used for multiple events.
Miami Gardens.
It's a mutual field. Like we can't play on a mutual field.
Isn't
no.
Hey, I think PV's
no.
all right with playing on a mutual field unless you Texas Southern. Then it is not all right.
Is Carlton doing that?
we not finna do this. We not finna act like them Ibis people be thumping their chest and call. You can't name somebody else stadium a nickname when it ain't your stadium. It is the Hard Rock Stadium.
Next week to say they was in the stadium.
Oh, they playing
because they ain't sold. They playing Notre Dame this week and they ain't sold out the game. Please, if the Orange Blossom Classic outsell that Miami Notre Dame game, y'all gonna take my mic. I promise you, y'all gonna take my mic. Yeah, y'all gonna have to take my mic. Y'all gonna have to take my mic because ain't no way you finna be sitting here thumping your chest like you. Y'all have season ticket holders that don't show up to games.
That's everywhere though.
No, this big games they don't show up to.
Yeah,
this big.
Yeah,
exactly.
This ain't Miami from the 90s though. They been struggling a mighty long time.
21 years, no ACC title, but want to thump their chest. We had a coach that went 2-10, and he got an ACC title. What are we talking about here? USF will have a stadium on campus before the U come back.
Damn.
Where does USF play at? Where do they play?
You know what? Yeah. Danny, it wasn't me. Danny, it wasn't me. I just want to make sure that's known. It was not me.
What y'all do now?
I told you she was gonna pop up before we was done. He did it. Him right there in the corner.
Him downstairs.
Hey, Doc said something. Hey,
You say nothing bad.
F Jackson State and F the Cowboys. I don't know what you said, but I just want to put that out there.
This dude, him.
Oh, you said him. I'm sorry, wrong corner, upper left. What you do?
Hold on, what I did?
Him.
Wait, what did I say? What did I say?
That would be no Cowboys slander of the show.
Hey,
but I did get a ride earlier from an Eagles fan. She was cool.
Yeah, because we the coolest niggas on earth. What you talking about? What you mean?
What the fuck? Y'all threw batteries with y'all threw a snowball with batteries at Santa Claus and booted.
You know what?
That's because we probably got provoked by some cowgirl.
It wasn't even. I don't even think it was a Cowboys game. I think that was I don't know if that was a Giants. I have to remember which game that was. It was a long time ago.
It was either the Cowgirls, the artist formerly known as the Redskins, or them the little bad boy Giants, and whose stadium is actually in Jersey. Jesus, have mercy. It's one of y'all, because y'all the only ones that provoke us. Like y'all ain't got no sense. Y'all be so mad that we winning and stuff, but that's okay. Troy, what you did? What happened?
All I was pointing out was I ain't got nothing to say because you had two big knives. That was that person over here trying to hide behind the phone. I was just making sure we understood. We're not gonna talk about nothing because you was cooking with big old knives.
I do. I cook with big knives.
I'm trying to get a plate and y'all fucking up the motion.
Did y'all see? Did y'all see what I cooked the other night? Y'all see what I cooked the other night?
I still want the taco dip from Saturday night.
I got a little bit of taco dip left, but I got some smothered chicken, baby. Ooh, over there, rice.
See, fucking up the motion. She gonna beg y'all from New Orleans, not me though. Y'all talk too much.
I had to come back to New Orleans. I got to come to New Orleans, man, for real. My best friend going down to New Orleans this weekend.
Well, Lord, I had to do something.
I told her to drink me a hand grenade for me. Yeah.
I don't drink outside the house.
Oh, so you probably do they have to drag? They have to drag if you drink outside the house. They have to drag you back home.
No, people are stupid and they be putting stuff in your drinks.
That is true.
So I don't. Y'all, first of all, y'all know me. I'm a homebody anyway. Baby, I be in the house. I be in the house. Okay. You heard me?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Duce and Danny. We ain't got no problem.
I forgot she had Duce. Then she had Duce on deck too on Saturday night. After we had Prairie View versus Southern Violence on my damn
You
show.
heard me? We ain't got no problems up in here,
That
baby.
man said they chilled when Michael Irvin broke his neck. Oh my
They
God.
did.
Woo.
They did. Man.
I gotta zip my hoodie back up because I can't be representing the let's talk about Duce. Oh, not after Eagle. Oh,
Well,
wait a minute. Let me go to the comment section. Hold on. Let me look here.
I would just say it. I don't rock with the Eagles or the Cowboys.
You're a Texans fan now.
All day. And twice on Sunday.
Twice on Sunday.
oh, man. So look. So there's a game. Let's just call it what it is. It is FAMU's Miami home game versus the Bison Reels. Yeah.
Can I just tell you how that statement don't make a lick of sense? FAMU Miami's home game.
Yes, just like we home in Atlanta. Them home games too.
Them home games, like the Orange Blossom Classic.
That stadium is in Miami Gardens. You know how many FAMU alumni live in Miami Gardens?
I know.
The first mayor of Miami Gardens went to FAMU.
That's true. That's very true.
So it will be a home game. I would like the Poconos 10,000 to make sure they come down to Miami.
Log off.
Because I need them to sell more tickets than the Ibis people on Monday night. What I did?
The Poconos. Is that what we doing?
Oh my God.
Is that what we doing, Troy? I just need to know.
You would have been on calling Jackie T. He talking about Poconos 10,000. Oh my God.
You know, because the Howard people be everywhere. They be everywhere. They be in the Poconos. They be in Martha's Vineyard. They be everywhere. They be in Paris.
They got that money.
Yeah, you know they are a very upper crust group of fans. So I just want the other half to come down to Miami and enjoy the vibes. Because they ain't gonna enjoy the game. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly quick.
They not going to the strip club either. So hey,
Lord him.
My bad. I ain't say nothing wrong.
I didn't say.
Listen, y'all know y'all up here. You got wives and girlfriends and significant others. Don't do that. Cause I don't play about my people. I don't want nobody having to come after. I ain't trying to have nobody coming after y'all. Cause when these earrings pop off, like, don't say anything.
I think she likes strippers more than I do, so I'm good.
Oh, okay. Well then, okay, you should be okay then.
I'm not going to the booby trap.
I ain't got nobody.
That's all right. I don't either. We good. I got my do saying that.
Lord have mercy. So this game in Miami, FAMU versus Howard, right? This is Cozy's first year where he feels like he'll be able to have a balanced offense. FAMU just announced their starting quarterback.
That's because he fired that badass offensive coordinator he had last year. Y'all know that raggedy. Hold up, I gotta say this, and I don't care that raggedy motherfucker is selling his team-issued FAMU gear on Facebook Marketplace.
That's crazy. Wow. That's crazy.
Exactly. Fuck that man.
Yeah, fuck that man.
That's what he said.
I did not know that. Wow.
That's crazy.
I'm looking for so everybody that's on this show, if you know what a blue 2004 Mercury Marauder is, hit me up. So I'm on Facebook Marketplace looking for that particular car, and I see a post, and I'm thinking it's just like somebody like, hey, I got some FAMU shit I'm trying to get rid of. I click on the post, is Celebration Bowl gear, is MEAC SWAC. I said, this motherfucker is selling his stuff. Team issue shoes he's selling.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, bro. Yeah.
That's crazy.
My bad for derailing the show.
That's all right.
Just since we got HBCU band talk on here, I want to make sure you know I said something nice about your school and then something bad happened. So don't expect me to say nothing nice about your school for a while. But I did my part. Anyway, this Howard FAMU game, it should be interesting. Howard comes in with an offensive coordinator that the fans have clamored for. They have an Iverson at running back. Yeah, that's all I got. And that's all I got because Kanisha started it. I don't know if anybody else got anything to say about this game. Doc, you got something to say about this game?
What, the OBC?
Yeah.
I mean, you starting out with a new quarterback. You know, he named his quarterback on Monday, RJ Johnson III. Transferred from Toledo. I think this will be his very first college football snap. This game right here. I mean, you can run the ball with Thad Franklin. He's going to be your feature back. You still got to replace the productivity from Jamari Gessett with the receiver. I think FAMU has some of the better receivers in the SWAC. Next to Jackson State. Don't get me wrong; they are explosive. They are athletic. They once they get the ball, they can turn upfield and go upfield. So when you think about it, FAMU can actually do some things on offense. Is my thing about defense. They lost a couple of, they lost a good chunk of bit on defense. I want to see what that back end of the defense is going to do. The front seven, I really don't have too much to say about the front seven.
Front seven good, as long as we
got the front seven. Over. Yeah, and the best thing about this is that you think about this. FAMU, as far as the linebackers go, they went from Isaiah Lane. And I'm gonna put Isaiah Lane as a linebacker because he is a hybrid linebacker defensive end. Then you go to Isaiah Major, and then you go to Nayron Jenkins. So that's a good steady piece of players that's taking over that middle part of the defense. The defensive line, I think they should get pressure. They should get pressure on Howard's offensive line because I'm always gonna look at it as in the trenches. What is Howard's O-line going to do against this D-line from FAMU? What is FAMU's D-line, offensive line, how are they going to hold up against this Howard defensive line which kind of like they lost a couple of starters on their defensive line. And FAMU has continuity on their offensive line too. They got pieces. They brought back three starters on the offensive line, led by Ashton Grable. So, who first and foremost, that man has a grip when I shook his hand, and I was like, "Who raised you, dude?" I don't know. I'm 6'4", and I was looking up at him now at media day.
What is this? No, I think Westmoreland plays defense.
Yeah, Westmoreland is on the D line.
But he also, that man, it's like he stood up and it's like he just kept. It's like
Kept going.
He just
kept going. Like,
he just kept going.
Look, Troy, see me. Troy, I am me. I am a good 6'4". And I looked up, I was like, no, why I feel like a little old kid over here, man? Like I'm in my 40s. I'm like, no, why do I look like? Why do I feel like a kid? Why I feel like he could, you know what I'm saying? If the whistle blew in the damn building, he probably would have had me on a technical dummy, like a sled dummy or something like that. Like, dude, come on. Hey, I'm gonna be your daddy. Come on.
So
like, I'm looking at those things right there, but we'll say y'all picked the wrong QB to start. But
I know. So let me go ahead and say this right now. Me and Zach talks at media day, and I'm gonna be very transparent. I do not believe this quarterback battle is over. I believe one quarterback got there earlier than the other one, and that's the difference in the battle. That's just it. So now the good thing is, and I don't know if people think this is a good thing, there are two things that stood out to me. We didn't have depth at quarterback last year, so they had 10,000 quarterbacks in camp. We had problems with the kicking game. We had 10,000 kickers. Yeah, we got 10,000 kickers on the team. So depth is not a problem. We lost the peer review A&M because our quarterback got hurt. That is no longer I went out. The backup quarterback is really good. So depth is not an issue.
Backup is good too in this scenario this year.
Yeah. So quarterback, you don't have the one guy, but you have a solid room. And so I'm comfortable with that. And you have a solid young room. So if you're able to retain any of these quarterbacks next year, you one leg up. So that's my only thing. Mike, I don't anticipate FAMU losing this game.
Hey, MEAC Mike is finally telling the truth about something over there in the comments.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. He be having some off the wall damn comments on Twitter, but with this right here, this is pretty much.
I said it on this show back in January. If he lose, I'm calling his wife for him and telling him he on the curb with his stuff. Come pick him up.
There is no way I'm the bad guy on the podcast. I will not. I will not.
Come, hey, you forgot something. Come get him.
Oh my
so,
God. I can't say that. That's gonna be trying to bury this show.
You told that man's dead mama to wake up and get her dress ready. Don't, do not.
So
you know what?
Because I'm gonna try and keep us rolling because all of the. So y'all told me that Mr. Malott was gonna make the squad and be an impact player, right? He's not developing as quickly as they hoped.
Did you see what the guy said about it? Who's this? John Spytek. Did you see what he said?
I didn't see his last comment. I know he went live yesterday.
Yeah, today he said he worked really hard, tried to become an NFL wide receiver after being an FCS quarterback. I don't think people understand quite how hard that is. It was a longer quote than that. It was about a minute and a half quote, but he basically was just talking about how Tommy, he was a quarterback all throughout his career in college, outside of maybe his freshman year when he moved around. And, this was one of the first years that they've really had a really, really healthy receiver room. So when it came down to making a decision at the end of the day, it's like you got somebody who's still trying to learn how to be an NFL receiver when we got all these healthy guys who are, further along than him. He said this isn't the spot for him because we don't really have patience to wait for somebody to develop. We really need somebody now.
You know what though? That reminds me.
I don't
of
like
Terrell Pryor.
I don't like that at all.
That reminds me of Terrell Pryor. Terrell Pryor played quarterback all through damn near his whole.
Yeah, but Terrell Pryor is 6'5". Tommy Milot's 5'8".
Terrell Pryor is 6'5" and running 4.42. But at the same time, when they said he really wasn't doing too great at QB, they switched it over to the receiver, and it's like he had that one good season at receiver. And
also, Terrell Pryor came from Ohio State. Tommy Milot's coming out of Montana State, so he's going to have less opportunity than the next guy, I think, just because he's an FCS guy. What were you going to say, though, TP? You say you don't like that. Why?
Milot is
like
my height, so
the whole we don't have time to develop. I don't like that because in college, that's what we're supposed to be doing is developing players.
Mm-hmm.
You're developing them on the field and in the classroom and as men. Like, that's your job. Saying that I ain't got time. Like, what if your parents said
the GM of the Raiders saying they don't have time? He's basically saying we don't have time to waste a spot on a roster spot or the practice squad to develop this guy. We have a bunch of other receivers who already know how to play the receiver position in this system much better than where he's at right now. Which you can't really do. You knew that was going to be the challenge with bringing him up as a receiver from when he played quarterback. Obviously, he's a damn good athlete.
Now that is the part of it that I don't like. Like TP said, I don't like. You knew this, and then you did it anyway, and now you're upset that it's not progressing as
what
fast
I don't get.
Right. And now I don't have time. I don't have time for this.
100%. What I don't get.
From the start.
They wasted a not wasted. I don't want to say wasted, but they used a 6th-round draft pick on him, and I don't necessarily understand that piece of it. Like, if you were just ultimately going to cut him and not put him on the practice squad either, first off,
you could have just signed him. You could have just signed him out of training camp.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sign him as a UDFA if you were just going to cut him anyway. If you just wanted to test the waters and see how it does, sign him as a UDFA. Like, there was probably teams.
I would say this: if Al Davis was still alive right now, he would not even cut that dude right now.
No,
probably not.
Hold on. What was his 40 time?
4.3.
It depends on his 40 time.
4.3.
No, he would have been cut. But we got a 6'5" dude running 4.3. We got a 6'5" dude running 4.3.
Put him at put him at kick return. Something like people can be used and developed.
He ran a 4.
So TP's point.
Yeah.
4.39.
We did not have to go get him. Yeah, we didn't have to go get Amari Cooper. There was no reason to go get him.
It's crazy too. Next day they cut him. Next day Amari Cooper's in his number. Tommy was number 19. Obviously Amari had it first, but crazy.
So Coop back with the Raiders.
Yep.
That's
He back with the Raiders.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Can we? You know what? Since we going getting the old gang back, can we get rid of Amari Cooper and get rid of the 4-quarter GOAT? Because that dude,
who's the
4-quarter GOAT?
That was his perm.
Oh my God! Well, I can't think his name. He was the one that made all the catches that season we went to the playoffs. Oh my God! Oh, what is his name?
In 2016?
No, this was what 4 years ago.
Oh, y'all went to the playoffs 4 years ago?
Yeah, we went to playoffs with I don't want to say his name.
That's confusing, ain't it, Sam?
Yeah.
Derek Carr was supposed to take him to the promised land. that man
Who you talking about? You talking about what's his name? I said Hunter Renfrow?
Not Hunter. Oh God, no. He ended up going to the Jags. He went from the Raiders to the Jags.
He got cut. No more neither though.
Raiders to the Jags.
Oh my God, what is his name? No.
4-quarter GOAT. Henry Ruggs? No. I can't. There's nobody. Darren Waller?
No, he's a wide receiver.
Marcel Aitman?
2019. Seriously? Y'all not gonna give me the actual roster? Here we go. It had to be 2019. Zay Jones.
Zay Jones.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah,
he
that
was
was.
damn Raider first.
Yep, he was the reason why we beat the
Is
Chiefs.
Cook, Fred?
You said he was the reason y'all beat the Chiefs?
Yeah,
He was.
beat the Chiefs and beat the Chiefs and we beat the Ravens.
He showed out. He showed out. They definitely would not have won that game without him. These are facts.
And then he got that perm, and we had to get rid of him.
He said he got the perm, and that was it.
What's wrong with perm?
What is it?
I don't know. They so like right after he got that perm, they didn't re-sign him. He ended up in Jacksonville.
And he was on Trevor Lawrence's favorite target that season too.
I'm telling you, I promise you, I don't want to assign this to him, but he must have a hangover that lingers the first half of every game. Because I swear to God, he don't put his helmet on till halftime. And then after halftime, where this came from? Why we can't
blow routes, third quarter kick in, he got glue hands.
Like,
he the best. He the best.
You beat the whole team. You double cover. You beat the coverage down the field for a touchdown or a pass interference. All season. The whole season, you don't see him in the first half. Missing the action. But the Raiders, we apparently got some players coming in, and apparently Tom Brady. I need, you know what? Front and center.
Restrictions.
Because this Tom Brady fault. Wait, what's going on with my button? Yep, there it is. Why are we trading for an injured quarterback? Why are we not getting the rookie they don't want?
They need somebody who's done it before. They need a now ready player. Because imagine Geno breaks his ankle first game of the season. I'm knocking on wood right now because I do not want that to happen. But imagine something tragic happens. He's out. You going to put a rookie in there over somebody who's done it before? You want somebody who's ready to go immediately.
They've been doing it. They've been doing it, though. So what makes it so different?
Let me say this.
Rookie, go get it.
The coach last year had opportunities to win games to put us in contention for a playoff spot. Blew those games when it became obvious we wasn't going to make the playoffs. He started winning games. We went from a third pick to a 6th pick. Now it worked out because we got a franchise running back. That worked out.
He's gone now.
But
who's your franchise running back?
They got Esther Dixie.
Me and you on the same page.
The Raiders got Esther Dixie.
What are you talking about? Jacobs. We don't know about that. We don't know
about that, Troy.
Hold on. Time out.
We do not.
It's a lot of positions. It's a lot of positions that you can't evaluate. This dude in preseason was the same dude he was in college. He hit a player, got yards after contact. That is who he is. Now, is he going to be able to do that?
He's him.
He was him in college.
All I'm saying is, in college, he was running back after contact. In the preseason, he is running back after contact. That's all he knows. Now, long term, he gonna have to say, some of these hits, I'm gonna need to avoid and run for touchdowns. But that aside, he's still gonna be my RB3
and live to see another day.
Exactly. We don't need to take on every safety. That is not a way to be a franchise running back.
What about Jacoby Myers? He's out of there, right?
Jacoby Myers need to go. He under contract right now. This is last year under contract. Yes, he had a very decent year last year, but it didn't translate to wins. That's the problem. So now you got essentially a professional coming in, Amari Cooper, to train this 6'5", 4'3" wide receiver that I'm not gonna lie. On paper, it sounds beautiful. The problem is I'm still concerned about our interior offensive line.
And you talking about Genty him, but you concerned about the O-line. Where Genty gonna run behind?
I mean, he's still running.
Genty is a generational talent, right?
Whoa.
And I will say this. I wasn't sold with what I saw during the regular season with him going against, top 80 run defenses. Right?
You talking about in college?
In college, yeah. That's what I wasn't basing it off of that. But when he played Penn State and his O-line was clearly outmatched, his quarterback barely completed a pass, he still ran for over 100 yards. He still was carrying this NFL talented defense that Penn State came with. Abdul Carter went top 5.
Let's see how many carries he got in that game.
About 32.
32?
So it was a lot.
30. 3.5 carry. I could probably average 3.5. You give me 30 carries a game.
Not against that defense, not with that O-line. I'm sorry.
His quarterback threw for 300 too. He just threw 3 interceptions.
Yeah, you can't turn the ball over. Not against Penn State.
I know you lying. I know I didn't just get this. Oh my God.
Oh, you got my message?
I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes I shouldn't see stuff. I know I'm the problem. I know I'm the problem. Sometimes I can't just let stuff pass. A former coach of a team put all his team gear on Facebook Marketplace.
Damn. Nothing to do with me.
Oh, there she go. There she go. There she go. Madam Shitstarter.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Snap. Snap. What's up, Dr. K? Hey. She said Howard. She said Howard about 30.
I just need her. Listen, we need her Poconos 10,000 to get down to Miami. That's all I need. They're going to lose. At least they can come down and have a nice old time. Talking about, hey, everybody.
Hey, and then she late. Hey, everybody.
I think she just liked my little tweet a little bit ago. So she did say that she couldn't come down to Miami because she on call this week. So she probably getting off late. Listen, the people at the hospital can wait. Instead of giving them anesthesia.
I have a job. We know you have a job, a good one. We just saying they can wait.
She got a good job.
Right, real good.
But no, just
good job.
But is that bad?
No.
But no, the I would love to think the Raiders was gonna like make some kind of playoff push. But
I mean,
right now,
you never know. Honestly, we have our predictions, but every team is like one injury away from having the number 1 draft pick next season.
Yeah,
we all know. We all know that that's going.
I got you, Dr. Kanish. They can't beat me up.
Look, the Saints about to tank for 2 years, bro. If Arch don't come out this year, guess what? They'll be trash again next year. With
Spencer Rattle, it's definitely on purpose. They did that on purpose.
Drafted Tyler Shaw was on purpose.
Do you know there's a topic that we haven't addressed that has been trending recently, and that's them saying that Shedeur is being blackballed.
Oh man.
With what I saw leading up to the draft, right? Matter of fact, we can go back to the beginning of last season when Shedeur was projected number 1 overall. Season starts, he has a pretty good season, aside from the blunder in Nebraska and in that bowl game when he could be seen on the sideline saying, "I can't figure this out." First of all, that's on your offensive coordinator. That goes into preparation. That comes from in the middle of the game when we adjust, because sitting up there, you should be able to know what defense they're running. That shouldn't be something that your quarterback has to figure out on his own. That's not how we do as coaches. I'm a coach. I understand that if my players are struggling, it is my job to help them. You know what I mean? So no, I didn't put that on him. I understand. You're still a young quarterback, and they were going against a NFL coach team. The guy that coached the defense he was going against coached in the NFL. He understood hybrid defenses. He understood how to disguise coverages.
Brian got NFL coaches now too. Now
I get it, but they ain't do their job. So I couldn't put that on him.
I asked this question last week. Who was Shedeur Sanders' QB coach when he was at Colorado?
I know we need to look that up because he failed him. But moving on to the draft process, and he's coming with the intangibles, right? He has the football background you would want from a quarterback. He has all of these things, and yet the narrative started building around him that he wasn't ready for the NFL. This was nepotism at its finest. All of these things were being thrown around to where now we got NFL owners saying that he's untouchable. Don't draft him. Mm-hmm. And then when he goes to these pre-draft interviews, he's going in with them already trying to set him up to fail. He was working uphill from the start, because we all know that the test that you got to take, and then when you go sit down with these coaches and they want you to look at film, they want to see how well you diagnose plays, if you understand, what you're looking at. They put you through the ringer. And from my understanding is he did pretty good in that. It was one coach that said that he didn't understand his playbook or whatever he was trying to spin as to make Shedeur not draftable. I think it was the ball. I think it was the ball in New York. I'm pretty sure it was him.
Hey, his QB coach, his QB coach was his offensive coordinator, Pat Shermer.
Pat Shermer, 13 years in the NFL as a head coach or offensive coordinator, 23 years in the NFL, 37-year coaching career.
And that man is quarterback.
Shermer has coached 14 different offensive players that have combined for 23 Pro Bowl selections in the last 17 seasons. He also has directly coached 6 different 3,000-yard passers, 4 1,000-yard receivers, and 3 1,000-yard rushers.
So is he old and tired, or was he not allowed to do his job in Colorado?
We don't know.
I'm gonna say this.
But that's all I'm saying. It's not. I'm not knocking. I am not knocking Shedeur. I am knocking the people that will put around him to prepare him for what is going on now.
Okay, so fast forward past all of those things, right? We get to draft night. He's still projected as a first round pick. He is he's at home, right? Because he felt more comfortable being around his family. He wanted them to embrace him when he got drafted. This was a family affair. It took a family effort to get him to this situation, and he understands that. He knows who his dad is. He's not you don't grow up as Deion's son and not know who the fuck Deion is. You know what I mean? He understood the gravity of what he was in. He drops past Tyler Show. He drops past Jalen Milroe, who they don't even know gonna be a goddamn quarterback. Dylan Gabriel gets drafted before him, and he gets drafted by the team that took Dylan Gabriel. So what are the Browns doing? Because y'all have so many questions at quarterback that y'all go out there and y'all draft this guy while still saying that Shedeur is untouchable. You said he was untouchable in the 3rd round, so why circle back and get him in the 5th?
And the first thing the owner comes out and says is, I didn't choose this pick. This was not my pick.
That's what we call trying to shift blame. He is blame shifting if this does not work out, so he can have someone to blame. That is all this is. Because no owner wanted to say, "Oh, I took him, it didn't work. That's on me." Owners don't like responsibility. The only thing they do,
they want the glory when it works out.
They want
Jerry Jones,
Robert Kraft dancing all on your screen, all in your videos. Jerry Jones. Hey, you don't even want to know what I got to say about Jerry Jones. That's the translation manager right there. Because it'll get real ugly. I get to talking about
that documentary been tearing
it
up.
Hey, I got a question.
Hey, they gonna have to start calling him Massa. That's Massa now. That ain't no
all right.
That's Massa.
So I got a question. Wasn't this same Cleveland Browns ownership involved in a trucking company scandal? Didn't they own some truck?
He Hasler owned
There's a jet.
He owns what? Pilot?
He owned Pilot.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Pilot.
And they had
water in their gas.
It was gas. They had a jet.
No, wasn't they one of the ones that got caught putting water in it that was cutting the gas with water though? Wasn't them?
That
they gave Deshaun Watson 230 guaranteed. That's all you need to know about this coaching staff and ownership group.
Based on what?
What
as a Texan fan, right? He showed glimpses.
I think
he also, he out. If you want to say he showed more than glimpses, I can accept that. Mm-hmm. What I saw was a man who had all the tools you could possibly need as a quarterback, but the mindset of a child. That's what I saw. So
it makes sense why he hired Byron Leftwich this fall then, huh?
So you could do with that what you like. I watched every game. I watched the antics. I watched him as a player, and the things that I saw, it left you with question marks. And then the head coach at the time, I'm not going down that dark path because I'll be here all night.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say the leadership at the coaching position wasn't there when he was in Houston either. So he didn't get that growth as a man from his head coach. So I'll just leave it at that, though. And I'm being nice tonight. Troy knows it.
I'm from the Cleveland area, and when I tell you, having grown up there, we are notoriously bad at managing everything.
She said
everything. We have a constantly volatile, unstable history of bringing on players and coaches. I promise you, if you want your coaching career to die, you come to Cleveland.
Damn.
If you want to be out at Hampton, we had this thing called Out by Five. You want to be out by five in Cleveland? I mean, in your coaching career, come to Cleveland. We're gonna make that happen for you. Cause you ain't gonna be successful in Cleveland.
Damn.
We literally have a volatile decision-making crew. Like they cannot. It's like they look at things and be like, how can we really mess this up today? And it's really hard to build a program. Y'all know this. How do you build something when everything, the foundation in leadership is unstable? Where's your stability gonna come from?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the players that we're investing in.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like we so focused on getting this new stadium in a different part of the greater Cleveland area, but why? There's
And
really nothing wrong with the stadium that we have.
in my
That
heart,
really to
I wanted Miles Garrett out of there. I know he gonna. I know he want. I know he wanted to get his paycheck, and I understand that it's a business aspect. I wanted Miles Garrett to get out of there and
I
get
think
somewhere
Miles
where he
wanted to
could.
get out of Cleveland though.
They threw too many dollars at him.
I mean, of course you're gonna throw a dollar shoe. You gonna shake for a couple of dollars.
yeah. I mean, and then
So
I'm trying to think
Danny,
of who they're I forget the guy's title. Paul oh my gosh, what is his name? He was real successful in baseball. Oh my gosh, I just remember his first name is Paul. But they be letting him have it because he was really good in baseball with bringing in money. Like I forget what they call him. Like I forget the term. Y'all have to forgive me. I'm hungry. I'm off camera here and there trying to eat. Hungry. That's why I ain't ever gonna lose weight. I'm just gonna be chunky all my life. All my life I had to fight. Um,
so
but he gets a lot of criticism for how he's managing the Browns because the strategies that he used during baseball, they're not working for the Browns, and he keeps pushing these strategies that ain't working.
That's because football
It's
ain't
not
baseball.
working.
I will say
Exactly. And when you don't get
Tasia, we
that,
got
you keep trying to push strategies that don't work.
the Browns had a good draft this year. They had a good draft. I think of all the past seasons, aside from taking two quarterbacks, what they did in the first round was they shored up a defensive line that can now put pressure on the quarterback without blitzing.
And they're
And
gonna mess it
and
up.
and
They're
I
gonna
say
mess it up. They're
that
gonna get
this
up
is
there and run that line into the ground. Because one thing the
this
Browns gonna do, they're gonna be the Cleveland Browns.
You know who their
you
third
can't
overall
you
pick
can't you can't mess that up though. That's the one thing that you
hold on,
cannot mess
hold
up
on.
is the ability to rush
What
the passer without blitzing.
Cleveland gonna find a
hey,
way. I
Sam,
promise
what
you.
you said now?
You know who their
What
third
you were
pick
saying?
was? The Browns. Quinshawn Judkins. He might not even play this year, man.
Oh yeah, he might go back to
Yeah,
school.
yeah, I seen that.
Then they took
I'm
two
talking,
quarterbacks.
I'm talking
Another
about the first. I'm talking about what they did in the first round. Who they take in the first round? They took Mason Graham, right? They took
yeah,
Mason Graham.
that's a good pick.
That was a good pick to put next to Myles Garrett. And what I'm
And
saying is
Schlesinger honestly isn't bad either. The linebacker they got, Carson Schlesinger.
exactly. Yeah,
So
he was probably one of
Listen,
the better covered linebackers in college football last season.
I'm gonna move us along only because we got to talk about Thomas Patrick adjacent. Everybody want to know why it's adjacent to Tom Brady, but everybody want to know why I'm not a Buccaneers fan. And if you follow the podcast, you know it got to do with Manchester United. The Glazers, after they won a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers, they decided they was going to expand their empire, and they bought Manchester United across the pond. You don't know who Manchester United is? They are a storied soccer club. Think of them as the New York Yankees. When they bought that franchise of sports clubs in the world, it was the New York Yankees, Manchester United, and the Dallas Cowboys. Today, Manchester United lost 2 in penalty kicks. They lost 12-11. It was 2-2. They lost to a 4th level division squad called Grimsley. I had never heard of them.
absolutely not.
The Glazers are terrible at sports. The Buccaneers will forever win the AFC South and do nothing in the playoffs because the Glazers own the team. The only good thing the Glazers ever did after they dismantled that Super Bowl team was sign Tom Brady. So I can't even enjoy the off season of football season because football is fucking up my timeline. It is. Imagine Valley beating South Dakota State. Like, not just winning, but beating them like 52-10. That's how bad this was. That's what shouldn't have happened over there today. But because the Glazers own the team, and everybody want to blame everybody. Listen, when the Glazers got the team, they had Ronaldo. They got Ronaldo again. They got Ronaldo again and tried to push. You signed his transfer. You paid the transfer fee. And then you start pushing them out the door because you want to get cheap. Please, Lord. I'm not Doc. I don't want to dig nobody mama up or dig nobody daddy up. So they
we gonna dig everybody up. Dig them up. Dig them up. Tell mom put that black dress on.
You know what? I wasn't trying to go there. It went too far. It went too far. It went too far. My bad. So for everybody that ever asked me why you ain't no Bucks fan, that's why. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't even gonna do it. We do have an excellent slate of games this weekend. If you are a FBS fan, if you're a Florida State fan, find you a AA team to watch. If you got a AA team to watch, find you a D2 school to watch because it's football. And I'm on the Edward Waters bandwagon. We sent them an email to try and get their coach to come on weekly so we can talk about the games. And I'm gonna follow up on that.
I'm sorry, their president just their vice president for athletics just resigned.
Shit.
I
just sent her an email.
I know.
Well, you won't be getting a reply to that one anytime soon.
You sent the email and then I don't know if it was a few hours before or after she announced her resignation. I'm surprised it really hasn't hit like I thought it would.
I think it's that much going on right now. It's going rise up.
I'm gonna see to it. It hit tomorrow.
Her last day is Monday.
Oh, some. Either she got a new job somewhere else. You'll ever let her leave like that?
Yeah, I mean, from what I know about her, she's a great leader. You know, that's how she ended up at Edward Waters and leading the footballs, leading that transition to D2 from the NAIA. Because Edward Waters used to be in the HBCU, when we were the Gulf Coast Athletic Conference some years ago. But then they left because they had football.
And then they shut down all of their athletics to keep the school afloat.
Yeah.
But then they revived. They revived everything though.
Yeah, but that was a smart move on their part. Like I had friends that were over there playing football and on the track team, and they they let them finish college, of course, but they was like, yeah, it's the athletics are the school, and we would rather keep the school. Amazing decision.
Yeah.
Wow. So I'll follow up on that. I'll definitely follow up on that. But so SWAC had some bad news today. Craig Hall passed away. I did not know him personally. I did not get a chance to meet him, but the stories. I'll let you speak to it because I didn't know him.
Yeah,
man. Craig was my dog, straight out of H-Town, South Side. 3rd Ward. Went to Yates High School. Was an avid fan of Texas Southern University. His cousin, we all know his cousin is Andrew Body. So that was his first cousin. Main love football, love SWAC football. Come up in the chat, speak, get up on, come on, speak about what's going on and just had a real good heart, heart of gold. And it just, I knew he was sick sometime like last year, but now they just kind of hit me out of left field for real. So yeah, man. Sending condolences to his wife, to his family and stuff like that. Rest easy, bro.
So I know this is an impromptu Wednesday night show because the Orange Blossom Classic is this weekend. I might have to mute somebody when I say this. I want to thank FAMU's SID for making sure that we got our credentials and being a help.
You the only man that got anything positive to say about that balding ginger.
Yo, my God.
Fuck him too.
You know you supposed to mute him before you even made that comment. Cause you knew it was coming.
You knew it was coming, man. You wanted it to come.
I didn't think it was gonna go that way. I didn't. I ain't even gonna lie.
That's because he low-key agree, but
he do it every time.
That's because he low-key agree. He gotta be professional.
I'm gonna say this. I have zero problems with our SID as I had with the former SID. I'm being 100% transparent. If you know me, I don't need to. Everybody's not gonna tell me yes to everything, but I love the professionalism of telling me no. And the previous guy didn't feel it was necessary to say no. And so I'm not going to act like I don't feel some type of way about it. I do. I feel some type of way about it because like I'm planning a show with several other people. And if I can't get guests and if I can't get access, how do I plan that show? That's all I'm saying. You tell me, no, we can go to another topic. It's not a big deal. But this guy from the word go has, if he couldn't do it, I got to know. If it was able to be done, like you've seen coaches on the podcast, it was done. So,
but what else has he done his job?
Man, God damn it.
Job done. What do you mean? Job done.
So, but
muted you.
So, but I will say this: FAMU, for the most part, for the last 3 years, has been instrumental in helping this podcast go to the next level. The SWAC has been instrumental in this podcast going to the next level. Miss Jinx at ESPN has been instrumental at taking this podcast to the next level. Danny, Doc, TP, Marlo, yes, Lord Jamal, even though he's going to get our credentials burned, has been instrumental in taking this podcast to the next level. We ain't going to agree with everybody. We ain't going to agree with everybody. Everybody's not going to agree with us. But this is an open platform. We allow people to come on that we definitely don't agree with. And yes, I need to have that person on again. I got to get to a better place before I have that person on.
I'm going to walk my hamster that night before I lose by the group.
Nope, we're not doing that day. We're not doing that day. No, we're not doing that today.
I'll message you, Danny.
I know it ain't who I think it is.
Yeah, you definitely think.
So
I have. Offline.
So
what's up?
But
Go ahead.
But again, I want to thank everybody. I thank all the SWAC people, the MEAC people, even Dr. Kanisha, Miss Hall,
The good
Poconos
doctor.
10,000.
Good doctor.
Just get the Poconos 10,000.
The doctor is in, y'all.
She out there delivering babies.
Sam, I know you've been doing a whole bunch. We see you. We see you out there. By the way, if you're not following Sam, please, Sam, tell everybody where they can follow you at and give us your closing thoughts.
You guys can follow me at Samuel Akim on social media, S_Akim18 on everything. My YouTube channel is Samuel Akim. I just want to thank you guys for having me on. You know, I'm forever grateful. Always happy to come on here and chop it up with you guys. I appreciate you guys for having me, man. Always. It's gonna be a great season. Let's go.
So I'm gonna say this. He got it in his comments in parentheses, but he a journalist and analyst now. You know,
I'm not a journalist. I didn't go.
I'm sorry. He an analyst now. He an analyst now. He upper crust now. So you know he was Skyline Sports. He an analyst now. He upper crust. So you know we happy when big folk come on the show. So thank you, sir. Oh, TP, what you got for us, sir?
See y'all at the horseshoe, man. See y'all at the horseshoe.
Was that Mississippi? Is that Jackson State?
If no. It's been a long off season. I'm ready to see my boys on the field, man. Like, you know, we endured months and months of, you know, no football, but we had basketball to enjoy. That was a good season. Got to see Oklahoma City win the championship. But, you know, all the hype, all the anticipation, all the energy, all the feelings, all the emotions, all of that is going to go out the window when that ball get kicked off on Saturday and it's time to play football. I cannot wait. We're going to have a lot more to talk about, you know, everything that happens this weekend, because this is Christmas. If you love football, you know, more so college football, this is Christmas this weekend. And it's going to be amazing. You know, upsets galore. Don't think that because you feel like you good, that you good. You still got to go prove it on the field. No championships are won in August. Remember that. You don't win nothing but that game. But you also get to go home with a little bit of pride when you go out there and you leave it all on the line and you come away with that W. And that's what matters. You go out there, you fight hard, you compete, you know, you play together, you do all these things, and, you know, you set up catalyst for the rest of your season. So with that being said, thank y'all for watching Gathering of Old Men podcast. I'm TP, and again, see y'all on Saturday.
Danny, what you got for us today?
Yeah. So it's the start of the school year. So things are crazy busy, but I'm excited. We are about to onboard 9 or 10 interns this year. And so I know we talk a lot about fundraising. We like to you know, we like to talk about alumni giving and things like that, saying that alumni don't give enough. That's not the truth. Alumni give. I want to encourage you all to make your funding pointed to the exact location that it needs to go to. If you wanted to go to athletics, you ask that school, how do I donate directly to athletics? And request information that says that they've given your funding to athletics, if that's where you wanted to go, or the band, or the choir, or whatever, right? I want to see more students do the things that they want to do. I'm hoping and praying that my next position allows me to help fund the education of at least my interns. That's my goal. I can't pay their tuition, each one of them, but I believe this next move that's coming for me is going to allow me to support them financially in a way that for some reason others will not, including their families. Y'all know, well, some of y'all don't know, some of y'all do know. I can't have kids. My interns are my babies. My student athletes, those are my babies. It breaks my heart when these kids have to struggle just because their parents struggled or their family members struggled. And the mentality is, well, I struggled, so you will have to too. No, F that. Why would you want that? Why would you want generational pain and suffering and hardship when it just takes one or two yeses for these kids to turn their lives around and do something great and create generational success and wealth? But because you're traumatized, you're going to take your trauma out on your child. Baby, that's a different level of evil. You like Monique in that movie where the lady said that her favorite color is neon beige. What's the name of that movie? Somebody know the name of that movie. But y'all get what I'm saying. You know where Monique was allowing her child to be abused, and y'all know what I'm talking about.
Precious.
Yeah, Precious. Thank you. But I can't sit back and watch these kids struggle. I have to. It's been on me to find some ways to support them. Because any kid that decides that the streets ain't for them and they want to get their education, I believe we have to be responsive and supportive of that. And so I don't know what that means. Um, I don't care. I beg for my kiddos. I will beg for them. Y'all got something to donate? Y'all let me know. We're gonna make sure that these bills get paid off. Kids can't continue their education because they got a $600 or $1,000 balance. Baby, for what? I got a kid that wants to be a nurse. She got an $1,100 balance. She just got accepted into nursing school, and her family ain't helping her. So what do? Well, are we just gonna sit here and just watch this young woman fail because nobody wants to help her? And she about to be the first person in her family to graduate from college? I can't let that happen. I will sit up here and I will do whatever I gotta, well, not whatever. There's some stuff I just can't do.
We know.
Anyway. But what I'm saying is that I feel like each one of us is the answer to someone else, right? Each one of us is we have gifts inside of us that can be the answer to a problem that someone is having. And I just encourage you all to use your gifts. Use your gifts. They're not for you to hide. They're not for you to keep to yourself. They're for you to support somebody else. And so let's find a way to. So I know what my purpose is, and I know that I need to find some ways to get these babies some money so they can continue their education. I got a nurse. I got two nurses. I have a forensic scientist that wants to be a detective. These babies have goals and dreams that you would not even believe. And money should not stop them from pursuing their dreams. That's all.
Doc, what you got for us today?
Oh, other than I gotta head to work in a few, but I ain't worried about it. I don't care about being late. We got some games this weekend starting tomorrow. We've already talked about Norfolk State versus Towson and the debut of Michael Vick as the head coach. Also, you have Delaware State, DJ's debut as the head coach. But you got teams playing the FBS schools for the moolah, or somewhat say less than of. You got Alabama State going on the road to take on UAB. They might have a chance to do some things in this game. Of course, Andrew Body will be the starter this weekend. I mean, he will be the starter tomorrow for Bama State. I would say, hey, don't run no QB powers. Let him use his arm and his athleticism to get the thing done. Also, you have Alabama A&M going on the road to Fayetteville, Arkansas to take on the Razorbacks. They're about to call the Hogs up there, Pig Suey. Get your money, come on back. Now, the big thing about this is you got Bethune-Cookman taking on Florida International, which is Willie Simmons right now. And we already know what Willie Simmons has done to Bethune-Cookman while he was the coach at FAMU. Shall we add on the pain and misery to Bethune for this week? Yes. We got Alcorn taking on Northwestern State, which is going to be I think it's a good matchup right there. I'm going to go with that. You got Jackson State taking on Hampton, and then they're going to tell you to walk the plank. I'm going to say JSU by 40. FAMU and Howard. I think that's going to be a good game on Saturday night. But this game, I'm still trying to understand. Arkansas Pine Bluff is going all the way to West Texas to take on the Texas Tech Red Raiders. The Red Raiders have spent over close to $55 million in NIL money to get the team that they want to get for Coach Joey McGuire. I know Coach McGuire. I know him personally. Yes, like I said, he was the head football coach at Cedar Hill High School. He coached both of my cousins when they was in high school. He doesn't I know my uncle and my aunt really don't have too much of a rapport with him like that because politics played into some things about my family and we don't, we look at him as the enemy. But at the same time, he did bring us 3 state championships to Cedar Hill. But now he's over at Texas Tech as a head football coach. This is his 3rd season. I'm just trying to figure out what is Pine Bluff trying to do going over to Tech for $575,000, and you probably are not going to take home that whole $575,000. You probably only going to take home maybe $100,000, maybe $50,000. I don't know. But going over there to get your head beat in, get tortillas thrown at you, is it's nothing to relish about. And then from what I heard, you double back in 2027 to go back to Lubbock to take on these Red Raiders again for a cool $525,000, which would make it $1 million. We just got to stop doing these, putting ourselves in this position to try to get pimped for these money gains and stuff like that. and we need to go ahead and try to do stuff for our own self and everything. This will be the debut. I think this will be the debut of SWAC TV. HBCU Go will be coming again for the 3rd year in a row. And that lets us know that I think we are moving further and further away from the ESPN ranks, as we have our own linear digital network, and we also have a network that can really help us get our schools out there and get our names out there. But at the same time, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. But y'all be easy. Y'all be blessed, be safe, hug your loved ones, and love on your loved ones. Crash out on your kids and beat them out the penitentiary. Man, rest in peace to my dog, Craig Hall, bro. Gonna miss you in these dang on YouTube streets right here. So be easy. Peace.
Ooh.
You might get canceled right here with Jamal.
We not.
No, I'm gonna let him go last. Oh, so I'm as you can tell, I'm in the back of the house. It is not only is it an Orange Blossom Classic weekend, that blonde haired lady got an event that she packing and cooking and all that stuff. So it's a bunch of stuff going on in the front of the house. But today was not a normal day for me. And I'll tell you why. So anytime there's an issue with babies, something happened to babies, I always have an issue. Like, I can't see people abusing babies. I just can't do it. Whatever it is about me, my physical makeup doesn't do well. Today, while scrolling TikTok, I saw that there was a shooting at a school in Minneapolis. And my first mindset was the HBCU women's and men's basketball oracle, Live for Hoops. I know she's there, and I know she's a teacher. So I'm hitting her up immediately. Hey, are you okay? I heard there's a shooting. I don't know any details. She said she was fine. I was thankful she was fine. Didn't get the full details, and here we are. 2 children killed, 14 children injured or hurt. And I think 3 adults have passed. This ain't cool. It's not okay anymore. It hasn't been okay in a very long time. It hasn't been okay since I was in middle school and Pinellas Park had a shooting at his school. And I'm talking about in the mid 80s. And I'm still waking up to kids not being able to go to school safe. This is crazy. And I'm going to keep saying that this is what you voted for. And if you didn't vote, this is what you voted for. Inaction is action by omission. We keep going through this. The CDC is leaderless. FEMA is missing employees because they came out and said, hey, all this downsizing hurts our disaster recovery efforts. This ain't a political podcast. I am not normally a political dude. I want to tell jokes and make fun of my rivals. I can't make fun of my rivals when I'm moved to tears off the fact that the children who survived are no longer children anymore. Their innocence is gone. We want to keep our kids as innocent as possible. But I got a 9-year-old who's doing active shooter drills in elementary school. That's what we are. When I was growing up, we weren't doing active shooter drills. We was doing nuclear bomb drills. And it ain't much better, but still. But all I'm saying is, hey, there are midterms coming. Vote your conscience. Vote what's in the best interest of you and your family. At some point, you're going to see the world could be a better place if you put the effort in. That's it. That's all I got. All right. I don't know how this is going to go. And I normally have to say this for Marlo. But based on the night, Jamal, what you got for us today?
You know, I never tell people where I work at, and I'm not about to start today. I think the panel knows where I work at. I deal with more security at my job for stuff than people have to deal with in schools and to get on the campus. And not just a college campus, which is also wide open because all of us went to college. Campuses are wide open, but also in regular schools, you can just walk into most schools and go to the office or walk past the office and you on campus before, if there is security there, even realizes that it's there. The reason why I brought up my job is because I tell people my job creates a casino effect. I don't have any windows in my building. There are no windows. And I work in the back side of the building because I work in inbound. So I kind of don't even know if the sun's shining, the sun has fell out the sky, or if it's disappeared until I'm leaving for the day, or I just so happen to get a chance to breathe and I go outside. This didn't even cross my radar until I got home and my grandmother was telling me. She was like, that man shot up them kids. And I was thinking, I was like, what day is it? Are they talking about, the anniversary of Sandy Hooks or the Uvalde shooting? You see this? You see how shootings just roll off your tongue and off your mind because they happen so often? No, this is another one. And she said, yeah, they didn't even get a chance to go in, and he started shooting people. I think that, and it's like Troy said, I get political a lot because I'm one of those persons that believe that sports and politics go hand to hand, and you can't separate the two. Right, especially in this culture, because we have made our basketball players the pinnacles of who we are as people. So they get to say stuff, whether it's right, whether it's wrong, impartial, whatever. And before we came on, I was sitting here and I was like, school hadn't even been in a week yet in a lot of places. A lot of places, this was the first week of school. And I'm like, I live in a society where Columbine happened and it was okay. They blamed rock and roll and they blamed influences and they tried to blame bullying and they decided to cover up and hide what the shooters did to one of the lone black kids that went to that school. Yeah, it was racially motivated. They don't like to talk about that aspect because that removes the blame placing on other things and other people. When Parkland happened, that wasn't enough. When Uvalde happened, that wasn't enough. When Florida State happened, that wasn't enough. So this society has proven that children are okay to be sacrificial lambs until it comes to gay people. That's when we have to protect the innocence of children. That's when they shouldn't be exposed to this. But it's okay to have to buy your kid a bulletproof backing for their backpack to go to school. But God forbid that their teacher is a trans woman, because that is too much. God forbid that anybody wants to teach them that their private areas are their private areas, because that is too much. You, the parent, want to do that, but you, the parent, refuse to vote in a way that will protect your children from real dangers. You refuse to vote in ways and support and back people and agendas that will make this country and this world better for your children in the future, for your grandchildren in the future, for your neighbors right now. We can't do that. That is not okay. We can't do that, because God forbid we tell you you can't have a bump stock or you cannot have a 127 round clip. You don't need it. We ain't at war. But that's where we live. But this is how we living, but it's not how it has to stay. And this is an age-old cliche. Be the change you want to be. But it's true. We sit in our echo chambers, and we sit with our friends, and we have these big ideas, and we have these ideas about change, and we do nothing with them. They die. Danny said it tonight. Our gifts are not meant to be hidden, and they're not meant for us alone. They are meant to make where we live and the people we live around safe, comfortable, and to make this society better. It is my charge to the people listening and to whoever might hear this in the future, because once it gets to the internet, it lives on forever. Get involved in something. Get involved in a call. It doesn't have to be political. Volunteer your time coaching basketball. Get involved with kids that need help. Danny said it. It is too late for us to heal adults and to fix adults, but we can make sure that we don't raise another generation of broken children. Fuck Donald Trump. Crash the fuck out when people have you fucked up. Punch Nazis. I'm Lord Jamal.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for joining the Gathering Old Men podcast. I know we ran long, but we had real events happen today. They needed to have real discussions. As always, like, follow, subscribe. For myself, Lord Jamal, Danny, Doc from HBCU Overdrive, we are out.
I don't always show out. See?
Go Hampton.